So, as far as the mask is concerned, one of the things that I think people have the hardest thing understanding about me is why I wear it. And even if I explain to them the practical reasons why I wear it, they still don't understand why do I wear it. And I've actually given this argument too, which is like, well, this isn't what, or hold on a second, let me think about that. Well, one of the things that I've done is ask them, why shouldn't I wear it? Sort of to get their perspective. And they give the same reasons over and over again. You know, it doesn't look right, it's you're scaring people. And I could tell people over and over again that it does not scare everyone. And for the people that it does scare, you're dealing with, like, well, just like a little child when they're scared of something that they've never seen for the first time, or something that they've seen that triggers their memory of something else or whatever, and that gets complicated on its own. But either way, children can have these fears that you do not necessarily understand or think are rational. So, I mean, you basically have to tell them, okay, you got to grow out of this. But it's like, to me, it's almost like these same feelings are existing, and to me, they seem so childish. Now, I'm well aware that there are people around the world, or rather some people, people around the world that have used masks and that sort of thing for robberies or crime or whatever you want to call it. And yes, I can understand that my mask, as far as could be used to hide one's identity. Now, it's not very good for that, and I have a couple reasons for that, but I don't necessarily have to go into them. But the fact is, yes, you can't see my face when I have the mask up completely. I could lower the mask and then put it back up, but people even then have some concerns about, how to identify me. And it makes me wonder, is it so important that people have to identify me for my face based on practical reason, or is it tradition, something that we're more used to? And is it moving away from tradition, things that are very common, things that are easy to identify? Is it that perhaps a lazy generation, and although I mean that in the best possible way, I can see how people would have a hard time understanding how that would be nice to say, but either way, consider hypothetically a lazy generation that's used to seeing things traditionally, but as soon as they see something that's completely different, they want to throw it out because it doesn't allow them, it forces them to think. I mean, even consider people that watch TV and play games all day and that sort of thing. Again, not trying to knock any lifestyles, but obviously, if you're used to having things fed to you, whether you need them fed to you or not, I'm not going to get into that, but if you're used to having things fed to you, then it's reasonable to believe that when you have something that you need to use your own cognitive abilities to focus on, it's uncomfortable, it's strange, it's something that you're not used to. And I think that in our part of the world, Canada, the US, we're kind of lazy when it comes to taking in information, learning things, and whatnot. And whether or not that ties into fear in this particular case, I have no reason to believe that it can't. Not saying it's the only source or that it is the source. Rather, I believe that it's a possible source for that. But I think I'm getting a little bit off topic again, and I'm sorry about that. Again, about the mask.